You've got people on YouTube telling lies, going around complete bullshit, sitting lies. Who said this? And he's calling you tinfoil, and he's calling you subby and all this, and he's just a complete nonsense. 30-year-old crack cocaine addiction is calling me tinfoil. Let that sink in. One's got to ask, how did you smoke your crack cocaine with tinfoil? So that's a bit like Rolf Harris calling me a pervert. That's like Gary Glitter going, you're a nonce. So I can't afford these fat, scruffy, baldy, BO smelling, scruffy has-beens, big fat messes. I can't get involved. When I'm at the Tees Valley Film Festival in October for a couple of days, they'll still be talking about Jamie Boyle. They'll still be talking about me. So I'm totally okay with that, right? I'm totally cool with that. I live in your head. I live in your fat, baldy head, right? With your 27 hairs on. For instance, he was slagging me off yesterday. He was taking the piss out of my hairstyle. Now, let that sink in. There you go. So I can't, a man who still thinks he's got hair, I can't get into fucking, I can't, never argue with liars and bullshitters, because they'll never admit they're wrong, and they'll still run off. And they were talking yesterday about court cases. Have a look at Jamie Boyle offer. There's 3 paperworks on there being dismissed 3 times, but he says court cases are still happening. So I can't go to their level. And people are out there making videos talking about me, not mentioning they've been addicted to crack cocaine for 30 years. They've got crack cocaine psychosis, bullshit and lies, living fucking la la land. Big love to my brother Paul Venice, who's publicly come out and backed me. That means the world. Paul's seen the police statements that the Mr. hardest man in Great Britain made a police statement. Apollo put it out yesterday. So have a look. Made a police statement calling me a grass. That's like Max Clifford calling me a pervert. That's my stance on it. And this is the closest thing I'll ever say to that. So if this fat half-wit wants to sit and talk about me, he's quite welcome to talk about me. He's got his own channel. It's a free country. So let him crack on. So I don't need to know. I don't need to be reminded about anything them cringy pair of bastards are doing. Sat there, oh, welcome Mr. Brian Cockerill show. Thanks, hello fans. Thanks to all my fans. You're fucking embarrassing, mate. So I'm gonna crack on working with proper people, and you're gonna continue talking about Jamie Boyle, because I live in your head rent free.
Like you now though, that little cunt. I'll fight anywhere you want now. Anywhere you want to meet me, Muppet. Muppet on the string. Muppet. Well, we big man. And there.
5'8", Jamie Boyle, ex-boxer, failed boxer. The only thing I ever done in my boxing career was get a nose job, right? But I still have the technical gifts to fucking play with that big stupid cunt, right? And so Brian Cockerill, you big fucking smelly spastic, right? Smelly spastic, right?
Trying your life.
You're on the payroll, Bella, and the judge said, Diddy, you are Jamie Boyle. That's it, that's him. That's the old Princess Fat Shirley, that his wife. And so there's only 102 on Jamie now. Sorry. So last night, they exposed Sykes and Paris about. I'll tell you, told us loads of stuff that we didn't even know about Delroy Showers. So Boyle was going to do Delroy Showers, another dirty, filthy animal. He used to get the kids in the jail, He'd have about 20 kids, and he'd say, he's mine, like that, no? Collecting kids, like 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds, 18-year-olds, whatever. And he'd say, see them there? He used to put a mark on the shoes pad, he said, like a white piece of chalk. And he'd say, get him to mine, he'd take 4 lads or something to the room and shag them, rape them in his room. And these things is funny, he thought it was funny, Boyle, laughing at 13 and 14-year-old girls and made to have sex with Sykes while he was having sex with them. He used to bring men back to the house when his wife was there, make his wife out, go to bed with men, and he'd sit watching them on the telly and tell them what to do with her. And he used to bring women prostitutes back, pay them money, get off his head on speed and sit there taking pictures of them, So Paddy exposed him. I think he said, I knew Delroy Showers. I didn't know him. Delroy Showers was a millionaire. He used to do, you know, them larder cars, the cheap shite things. He used to rent them out and he used to sell them. So Jimmy Savile, I know Jimmy Savile. I went, oh, Jimmy Savile's a good fight, you know. Pulling Jimmy Savile up, absolutely fucking wrong he is. And then they go from there to Dennis. Because Dennis had a house in Scarborough, in the countryside. They used to go there, and that weekend there'd be all kids having sex, and Sykes would be having sex with kids, and he'd be having sex with kids. He said they were all in there having sex parties, and it was brilliant for them all. And I said, brilliant for them all. Brilliant. He was laughing at kids, and he used to make them, if they didn't, when he went to the pub, he'd go, listen, you get a big bodyguard, lad. So you, he's a pro boxer, he could fight, no doubt about it. Fought for the British heavyweight title, but he wouldn't fucking fight me. When I went twice, I taxed him. I took 20 grand with the elephants off him, these big elephants. And I got £1,200 cash off him, and that's why you were jealous, or you hate your little. When I was doing a 3-part documentary on the BBC, he came with us, and he went to there and he said, if there's a part in the movie to the BBC one, he said, can I play in the movie where Paul Sykes bums me? But it's got to be Paul Sykes, can't be, and it's got to be a character. I've got to play the part where he bums me in the film. She went, oh, we're going to have to stop. And she was like, lovely the woman. He ruined the 3-part documentary. So Stephen says at the time, said, get the fuck away, get over there, you get away from us. We ran across this. It was the train station, and we were in the building because one of the lads owned like a part of the building. And we were in there with the BBC for about 3 hours. He ruined the whole thing because of that stupid, narcissistic prick he is. He's a compulsive liar, I'm telling you, that's what shit that's coming out of that man's mouth every day of the week, the shite he comes out with. I'm lying about all these things. Well, if I'm lying about all these things, why does you come on the other night and you went, nobody watches your channel? Well, how come I've had 11 million views? 11 million views in 4 years, or 6 years since I did it. But 2 of them years I was put back in hospital. So in that short space of time, I've hit 11 million views, just under 11 million views today. And he's going, he's pretending. You just have to go on my computer, you can see it yourselves. 91 on. He said, nobody goes on your show, boring. But you're on it every single day. Prank. Tin pot fucking bullshitter. So you've never mentioned Roy Shaw's daughter. That was all garbage. And you haven't sold more books than J.K. Rowling. She's worth £656 million. And you're trying to tell me you've got to do more books than J.K. Rowling. Well, you're around the bend, you are. And even when you catch him out, he still won't. Because see, when narcissists get caught out, it's the worst thing. When they get caught and they're like stood there, it's like they're stood there with just like they're in their underpants and they're a pair of shoes on or something, and everyone's looking at them like they get caught. They have to expose you that you are a complete fraud. And that's why everyone's pulled the books. We're everywhere and nowhere, baby. That's where you're at. Going down a bumpy hillside when you get a bat flying across the country like a dirty rat. Jamie Doyle, you're going to jail, you little rat. Lives. Yeah.
Control breathing. Burning.